Hey guys, it's Audrey from the recipe website twopinkpeonies.com. Today I wanted to share one of my favorite Copycat cookies with you, Copycat Great American Sugar Cookies. Now, I know Great American Cookies is famous for their cookie cakes, but next to their cookie cakes, I really love their sugar cookies. They're just so good. They have a little bit of tang, they have crisp edges, chewy middles. I think they're perfect. I will probably also be working on a cookie cake copycat next, so stay tuned for that too. All right, let's get started and I'll show you how to make these cookies at home. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is I have 3/4 cup, which is 12 tablespoons of butter, and I have softened it. It's not like super soft, but it's pretty soft. So it's softened to room temperature. And the next ingredient I have, it's a little bit unusual. I have agave syrup. Now, the reason I'm using agave syrup is because I don't like to use corn syrup. If you don't mind using corn syrup, then you can use corn syrup. It's like a 1-for-1 substitution. But I personally, for health reasons, I don't like to use corn syrup. If it doesn't bother you, you can use agave or you can use corn syrup. It'll come out about the same. So the reason we're adding this is because this is going to make the cookies chewy. So soft and chewy, just like the real deal. Because we want to try to get it as close to the real deal as possible, right? And then I've got, so that was 1/4 cup of agave syrup. And again, you can use corn syrup. I'll also put all the amounts in the recipe card below in case you missed something. And then I have 1/2 cup packed brown sugar. And then 1 cup of sugar. I am going to cream everything together. I will come back once it's creamed so you don't have to hear the blender going. Okay, so now I have everything creamed together. I am going to add some more ingredients. So I've got flour. This is all-purpose flour, 2.5 cups. I've got 1 large egg. And then I've got 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Just gonna add that in. And then I wanted to show you the bottle. I have lemon extract. So the lemon extract is a little bit different than lemon juice. I want you to make sure you use lemon extract because that's, the cookies, they have a little bit of a tang. They're not like just a plain sugar cookie. And I think this will help give the flavor. And then we're going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And I'm going to mix all this together. I will come back when it's mixed. I also wanted to show you the sprinkles I'm using. They are rainbow sugar sprinkles, and it'll give you the same look as the real deal at Great American Cookies. Okay, so I wanted to show you what it looks like. It is kind of crumbly. I don't want you to stress because look, it comes right together when you form the dough balls. So I am going to use a large cookie scoop. This is, I believe, a number 20. And I'm going to put them on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper, and I'll show you what they look like. All right, so this is what it looks like. Again, the dough is kind of crumbly, but I promise it comes together. Just work your hands with it. You can add a little bit of water or run some water over your hands and then form the dough if you're really having trouble. So I like to use parchment paper, and then the sprinkles have a tendency to burn. So if I just add sprinkles, it could cause the bottoms to burn. So I like to just add a few over a bowl and put them back on the sheet like that. So I'm going to repeat that for each one of them. And then I am going to bake them at 350 degrees for at least 8 minutes, 8 to 11 minutes. Just whenever the edges are golden, you'll know they're done. All right, so I'm going to pop these in the oven once I finish adding sprinkles, and I'll show you what they look like. All right, so this is what they look like when they're done baking. Crisp edges, and then they're very soft and chewy in the middle, just like the real deal. I baked mine for 9 minutes, and then I let them rest on the hot sheet for about 10 minutes, and now I'm going to transfer them to a cooling rack. If you try this recipe, I'd love to hear from you. Let me know how it goes in the comments below.